Oh, yeah.
Because everyone goes to college right out of high school. And, like, making that decision to take a gap year, it's scary. It's scary to go outside of what everybody else is doing. And it is like you're going outside of this path that's kind of put in front of you since you were born. It's like you go to kindergarten, middle school, high school, college, get a job, get a family, die.
Dude.
And like that's life.
Dude, that's
like
that is existence, and you better do it.
Yeah. It's like you grow more from like talks that you have with people and like just getting like into depth with people and like getting to know them.
Huge.
Yeah, it's like huge. Like that's how you build a relationship with anybody, and that's how you keep that relationship going, how you keep it alive, really.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Beneath the Surface podcast. We've got a very special guest today. We've got a good friend of mine, Connor Mack.
Me, my special guest.
Yeah. Welcome aboard. This is gonna be. I've been looking forward for this episode.
Yeah, I've been trying to do it for a
it's
a long time.
A good amount of time. But yeah, we were just talking. We were talking about relationships to start off with.
Yeah.
And I think something that's interesting is relationships based on, like, because I feel like the most common ways to meet new people, it's like work, school, I feel like work and school,
like that is,
and like kind of going, like, like buying shit.
Yeah, because like the thing, I was kind of thinking about this is because it's like you go to high school, you see all these people all the time, and it's like you don't have to make time to see them elsewhere. You graduate, and then there's like all these people you never see anymore.
Yeah.
Go to college, like that's where you meet new friends, and then it's like, because the thing is, it's like you have really good friends, and then you have these people that you just kind of see, and it's like, because it's like the same thing with work. It's like, those are the people you see every day. Like you go in and like, especially once you're done with school, like you work and like those are your friends that you see every day. And then you have those good friends that you like make time for still, and like you're still trying to go and see all the time, like as much as you can.
Putting effort.
But it's like that good friend, because like I remember we talked about this before, is like how when you're just really good friends with someone, you can go like a month, like 2 months, year even, like without seeing them, and you kind of can like pick up right where you left off.
Yeah,
is kind of like the thing, and it's like, but and like so it's like those good friends you kind of stay in touch with, and like it's also those people. It has to do with the relationship and how much you've grown from it, kind of, because that's another thing we've talked about, is like you grow more from like talks that you have with people, and like just getting like into depth with people and like getting to know them.
Huge.
Yeah, it's like huge. Like that's how you build a relationship with anybody, and that's how you keep that relationship going, how you keep it alive, really.
Dude, that's you're on the nose. That's, I mean, that's like, I think that's one of the most like integral parts of being in a relationship, is like having those conversations and getting to that next level.
Yeah, so and like that's another thing I loved when we brought this up, is every time you have that talk with someone, like a good talk with someone, it's like you're going on to a next level of like love, essentially. Like it's just in like love and respect, pretty much.
That's it.
And it's like building up those levels and stuff, because like me and you been friends for all this time. Yeah. Every time we have like a good talk, it's still building it up and up and up, and there's always potential, there's always room to grow.
Yeah.
Literally with anybody. Like you could go and meet a stranger, be like, let's talk. Like, let's just go at it.
Hey, buddy, like, we doing this? No, it's totally true.
Yeah.
It's totally true. Like, there's no limit.
Yeah, there isn't. There really isn't a limit to it.
Yeah, like the more we talk about anything. Like, yeah, that reminds me of, like, we just had a sick conversation, like, a week and a half ago or whenever, I think it was, like, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it reminded me, it's like, wow, there's, you know, we've known each other for, like, 9 years.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's still so much. Room. Yeah.
I think it is so important to have those people that you can have those conversations with. Because it's like, if you don't, because like, so with that, it's like building respect, building trust, really. And it's like, now I trust you more to go to you with stuff. I trust you more. And it's like the same with like everybody and everyone I have a relationship with. Like, there's people I'll go to more than others just because like I feel that trust and that respect and knowing that they feel the same way back. Yeah. And it's just like so important because like that's where, if people don't have that, that's when like you start to repress everything really. Like you start like because you can't talk about it because like there's so many things where it's like, you know, it's stupid. Like, totally. But you keep overthinking it and then it turns into this big thing and like just saying it out to someone, you're like, oh, you're like, that was really fucking stupid.
It's like, mind that ice cream, I shouldn't be, you know, I dropped it. But I shouldn't be. You're like waking up in the middle of the night.
It's like, fuck.
You're like losing sleep. You have nightmares about that coffee ice cream you dropped the other day, where it's like I get really specific about it. Like I clearly
that happened to you. You really want me to buy you an ice cream after this?
Like, Connor, we going out after this? I mean, I hate where it's good. Dude, it's so true. It's like having a person to go to, who you really know you could say anything to.
Yeah, it's so important.
It's the greatest gift anyone can give. Because
it's also just about you open up more as a person, really, when you start opening up to other people. Because like that's something I've always struggled with. Like I wouldn't open up about anything to anyone, and like it would like suck, you know, just like holding on. And I know that's stuff you've dealt with too. It's just holding that in, whatever you're feeling, it kind of sucks. And then there's like points where it's like holding it in, like you don't. That's the underlying issue, pretty much, is like you holding that in, and there's like all this other stuff. Yeah. Because of that underlying issue, all this other stuff's like 10 times worse. Your anxiety is like 10 times worse. Yeah. It's because of like these bigger underlying issues that you have, really.
It is. It's interesting how like when people get anxious or anything like about one thing, it makes
everything
else just like way worse.
Yeah, seriously.
It makes good things neutral. Yeah. Neutral things look bad, and it's just like you know it's a poison.
Yeah, it really is.
So when you're able to, because that's the best way I like to like the best word that comes the most. Let's see, I'm trying to think the word that comes to me the most. Yeah. When it comes to like best friends. Yeah. And people that really hold that space is medicine.
Yeah, seriously.
It's like
you need it.
We need it. Yeah. There's no better cure to anxiety, even like depression. Yeah. It's the world. It's a universal cure.
Seriously, and it's
when people are like treated because people aren't treated like humans. You know, sometimes.
Yeah.
But when you treat someone like they're a human being.
Yeah, honestly, because you don't want to feel like you're different. Because when you're feeling these like feelings of anxiety and depression or whatever, you're like, there's something wrong with me, and if I say something, then I'm weird. Essentially. Yeah. And you don't want to say it because you're scared to, pretty much.
Exactly. It's like it's interesting. It's like insane how much of a lie it is. Yeah. That we are alone.
No, seriously.
It's just everyone.
Everyone has one.
It's so human.
It's the thing, and it's like, it all comes back to like love is essentially like that's the medicine.
That's it.
That's the medicine. And like it's like everyone needs it, everyone wants it, and it's like everyone wants it. And like just sometimes I've thought it's like I've always kind of thought there's different kinds of loves. It's like you love for your parents, like a girlfriend, a friend, but like recently I was like it is all really the same. And you know, when it's like all like you do have people you go to more, but it is kind of like building up that level of love and like respect and trust and stuff.
Yeah, like it's hard to, because it's love something that's like immeasurable.
Yeah, you can't measure it,
but you know when it's there.
Yeah.
And you have it for, you know, certain people in your life, a lot of people, but it's like, yeah, it's something that it's all one.
It is all one.
It's like, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
It is. That's the thing. Like, you can't really talk about it because you can't explain it. You don't know.
It's like as real as this table.
Yeah.
But it's like also you can't. You know, it's nothing that you can.
It's just what you feel.
Yeah.
And like the thing, you can have love for like anybody, and I think just having like, because even like having compassion for someone, I feel like that's even like some sort of love towards them. Like you feel like there's this guy in China who just got his like life destroyed or something, and you feel this compassion towards him. Yeah. You don't know him at all, but it's still like some sort of like love. You're just like, that really sucks for him, and like I wish like the best for him or whatever. But it's like it's like it's all connected. It's just
it's true, dude. It is weird. It is weird because it's like it's super like cliche.
Yeah, it is,
and like it's just like. But it's cliche for a reason. Yeah. Because it's so true.
It is.
It's like true. A lot of cliche things are just so true that people, you know, that's why they become cliche. Yeah. It's like love is the medicine, but like how many times have we heard that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's also like, but there's a reason.
Because that's the thing, like, so like I know, like me and you were both like we like being there for like people.
Yeah.
And, like being that outlet.
Yeah.
And something I've struggled with a lot is. Like I won't listen to my own advice, and like I like and like I feel like everybody does. It's like it's like you always know what the right thing to do is, but it goes back. It's like maybe the right thing to do, not the right thing, the smart thing to do, isn't the easy way to do it. Yeah. And like in life, everyone always takes the easy route. Like with anything, like it can go like even like diet. It's like I want to eat 5 cookies. It feels awesome right now. But like, let's go. 5 minutes later, I'm gonna be like feeling like shit. And it's just like you always want to take that easy route out, but it's just knowing like you have to like talk about stuff. You have to let it out, and I don't know. It's just like friends and like people you like love you and you love like. It's just so important to be able to have that outlet. Yeah.
I was listening to a video the other day, and it really hit me. It was talking about how much of a thing binge eating is. Yeah. And how not many people talk about it. Yeah. But even though like there's some crazy statistic amount of people, you know, at least on some level suffer from it. And it's interesting. It's like we have this. You know, we put a set of morals on our food. Yeah. But, like, what we should be doing is... Because what happens, like, you know, people, you know, eat those cookies, and each bite is like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. Yeah. I shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, totally. It's like... like, dipping in the milk, chugging down the milk. Like, oh... Then, like, 5 minutes later, you, like...
You just, like, feel like crap. Yeah, and then you, like, that's, like... It makes you feel like crap mentally. It's like, wow, you fat like that's probably that goes through a lot of people's mind. It's like, why the fuck did you just do that?
Yeah, like you're a loser. Yeah. We're always so hard on ourselves.
You are. And like there's something I learned in my nutrition class. I don't remember the name of it. It's like some form of anorexia. It's like you binge eat and then you binge purge. And like binge purging, it's just like you don't eat and then binge eat. Like you binge eat, you feel really bad, and then you don't eat. And that's just like the worst.
That's like the worst of the worst when it comes to binge eating, I feel like, because you just not only physically, I mean, that'll destroy your digestive system or something, but psychologically. Yeah, seriously. That's like what's going through the mind of that person. I would think this is all, you know, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about really, but it's like, I think that, you know, it all boils down to people thinking that they don't deserve something, or they're not good enough.
Yeah, really.
You know, like, oh, you fat, like just like calling yourself names, just eating.
Like you're mean to yourself.
You're mean to yourself.
Like people do that all. You put yourself down because it's like when you're in a state where you're just like depressed. It's like it's weird. It's like you want to make yourself more sad. Yeah, like there's
a warm blanket. In darkness.
Yeah, seriously.
There's like a warm like. It's like a twisted comfortability. Yeah. And I think that's a place. I saw a TED Talk like yesterday, and this guy was talking about how it was titled, "This man was almost a school shooter." Oh wow! And it was from him in the 1990s. Yeah. And he explained it. I'll show it to you later. Yeah, yeah. And he explained his what he was going through, and he like purchased a gun.
Jesus.
He was like ready.
Yeah.
He was either going to go to a food court or a school.
Yeah.
And he just said him getting brought up.
Yeah.
Was like his parents like hated him.
Jesus.
Like his parents, no one ever gave him support.
Yeah.
And then from that, he was like, oh well, I'm just gonna have a blanket of lies and deceit.
Yeah.
He lied to all of his friends, stole from all his friends. It's all a defense mechanism.
Yeah, it is.
And if it wasn't for this one friend of his, he would have shot.
Really?
A lot of people. Because his friend, he stole and lied to this friend of his, but his friend never gave up on him.
Yeah,
and he was
that's awesome.
And he was just like, he wasn't there like being like, oh, let's get therapy or something.
Yeah,
he was like, let's watch a movie.
Yeah, just be there for someone.
Just be there for someone.
Because loneliness, like that's what kind of like really fucks with you. And it's just, I don't know. No one wants to be alone. Everyone wants to feel like they have someone. And it's like being able to be alone. Like, that's really good. And it's like sometimes, like, I do enjoy my alone time a lot.
Yeah.
But it's also the fact, like, I know people I can just be like, hey, you want to hang out?
Yeah.
And, like, that's awesome. But, like, if you're alone all the time, you feel like you don't have anybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that's going to suck.
That's
and, like, that's psychological stuff.
That's like, there was this quote he said. He said, you're the most dangerous when you literally have nothing to lose.
Yeah, honestly.
Like, no one loved him, or at least he thought that.
Yeah.
Even though his friend did.
Yeah.
And, he just talked about how he was so close to doing these things just because of how, like, he would cut, he would cut himself.
Yeah,
He went through it all. And it was what he told, made my heart sink. The police found him, like, almost dead. Like, he was cutting himself.
Yeah.
And his mom came, and his mom knew it. He was like, my mom knew exactly what to say to the police. So he just wants attention.
That's so fucked.
Yeah, and then when they got in the car, his mom talked to him.
Yeah.
He was like, you should have done a better job. I'll buy the razors next time.
Are you kidding?
No.
That's so fucked. And, like, that...
I just, like, when I heard, I was just like...
I couldn't even imagine...
how is that even... That shouldn't be able to exist.
Yeah, so, like, your parent...
Your parent. Not
only,
person
that's supposed to love you no matter what...
Yeah.
...is just, like, ruining you.
Yeah.
Like, that's screwed up.
That is something I wasn't aware of. That something like that happened.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we all know... We kind of... as human beings, we don't like to think about these kinds of things. But it's like... That's just so bad.
Yeah.
That, like, so what happened to him is he just kept in all this anger.
Yeah.
And all this, he was like, it was just so much anger.
Yeah.
Like 10 years of, like, and I think something to remember is that we're all capable of this.
Yeah, seriously,
we're all capable of,
like, when you're
being so angry to buy a gun.
Yeah, like, it can happen. Like, if your life starts going south.
Yeah. And it keeps building and keeps building, that resentment will...
Yeah.
And that loneliness.
Yeah, loneliness and, like, feeling like you have no one. Because, like, I remember, like, so when like, the whole thing where I got cheated on happened and stuff, like, that's, like, a big betrayal. And it's, like someone that's supposed to, like, love you and be there for you, like, does something like that. It's, like, you start looking at other things in a different way. And it's, like all these people... Because, like, what was going through my mind at that point was, like, people have hidden agendas. They don't actually feel this way for you. But then, like, just having the friends that I did, like, it just, like, it pulled me back out, like, it's just, like, and it's, like, having, like, people there for you. And, like, that's, like, when people go through any sort of trauma, you need someone there for you, or else you're not going to be, you can't do it yourself. Like,
you'll turn
the
into
hard
that
work,
guy.
Yeah, like, the hard work does need to be done by you, but you need those people to, like, kind of push you along, like, you can do it, like, you're going to be okay,
Oh, my God. Dude, betrayals are some of the worst.
Yeah.
Especially like that.
Yeah, and it's just like...
Also, like, parent betrayals.
Like, best friend
betrayals.
Yeah.
It's like because it affects, the lens, going through that.
Yeah.
Put a lens for
seriously.
a bit over your eyes.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would have done the same for me. Of just like, wow, what really is a relationship?
Yeah, honestly. I mean, it's like... Because it was a long time until, like, Margaret realized, I was like, all relationships, like, and, like, love... Yeah. Isn't what I thought it was.
Yeah, it's all
not,
phony or
it's
something.
It's all phony. Yeah. It's like, it always goes away. And, like, that was my mindset for, like, a really long time. And then I met Margaret, and she kind of, like, pulled me back out of that. And that's why she's so good, because it's, like, because she was one of those outlets for me, like, to go and be able to talk to. And that's another thing. It's just, like, you just need someone to talk to. Like,
you do. Full circle.
Yeah.
it's something that can't get pushed enough.
Yeah.
Is that, like, people who feel alone, just remember that, you're not.
Yeah, you're not. Like, you're never, like, you always, there's people out there that are going to love you. Because there's people that do have that compassion,
There is.
There is. And like, the people that don't,
yeah,
they've gone through shit too. Yeah. Like, that's probably why they don't have that anymore.
Yeah, it's a perfect example.
Yeah.
That's, people aren't bitter or angry for no reason.
Yeah, there's a reason behind everything. Like, like, I don't know, like, anyone that's an asshole to you, they're just, like, an asshole in general. They weren't always like that. No. There's a reason. Yeah. Even if it's from birth, like, they had a really bad home life. Like, there's a reason the way that they are. And there is always, like, a way to kind of get out of that hole. Like, there always is a way.
There is.
Even if it's not completely, you don't completely get out of it, there's always a way to get it better.
We good. This is, keep this in, Jamie. Dude, totally. Yeah. Oh my god, that is so funny. This is I want to flip the camera around to look at this light.
It's pretty.
This is my stand-in light. It's a tennis racket balancing my bedroom lamp. So please forgive us.
On top of Harry Potter.
On top of the thickest books that I could find, which were Harry Potter. Oh so God. I mean. Anyway. Anyway, that is hilarious.
That's so funny.
No, but it's I forget the exact last thing. Oh damn! The light kind of wiped my brain. Yeah. It was just about having people. Oh, the asshole. Being a. Yeah, no one's ever like that. Yeah, without a reason.
Yeah,
and that's something that's hard to keep in mind when someone is being like that to you. But it's like, what we got to do is just love people from afar.
Seriously, that's something I've been really trying to do. Is just because it makes I feel like it makes people happy because no one wants to hate someone.
Yeah.
And that's a part of holding on to stuff, if you're hating someone, you're not over stuff.
There's something that needs to be...
Something needs to be dealt with, something needs to be let go. Because once you let go, then you can just be that's a person right there. And that's all they are to you. And it's not a big deal anymore.
Once you let go, you're set free.
Yeah, you feel a lot better.
Oh my gosh. And it affects every facet of your life.
Yeah, it really does.
If you're holding on to piling on things, holding grudges. Yeah. It's that's another jealousy is another thing.
Yeah.
That's a huge poison.
Yeah.
It's holding on to things, jealousy, and all ties into bitterness.
Yeah.
It's just these things will corrode.
It does, yeah.
Even long-term relationships.
Yeah.
You hear about, family members that they never talk again.
Yeah,
and they're maybe brothers or sisters for 40 years.
I can't even imagine.
And then and it's just because of these. It's when I guess it boils down to ego.
Yeah.
Right, not wanting. I don't know. It's a hard thing to see
because there's always it's a hard thing. There's always two sides to a story.
Yeah.
And those people that are just I hate you.
Yeah.
They're holding on to this thing and they refuse to look at it from the other side, even if you're the one being hurt.
Yep.
You need to be able to look at it from the other side. Because when I got cheated on, it took me a while, but I was able to just kind of forgive what happened. And it doesn't make what happened okay.
No,
it's just accepting that it happened and forgiving that it happened and moving on. And now it's just not a part of my life anymore.
That's so huge.
Yeah.
That I admire that so much. That is so hard.
No, yeah, it is.
I've never been cheated on or anything. So I can only imagine.
Uh-huh.
But that's just it takes a unique human being to do that.
Yeah, and it is because it is all mental stuff. It's a mental toll, really, that it takes on you.
It does, and it doesn't.
It's a long process, and that's the thing. With all these stuff, these traumas, these hurts that you go through in life, you can't just expect a quick fix.
No.
You need to go through it.
We're in the world of quick fixes
now.
Yeah,
exactly. Right now, that's just what people expect. Yeah. It's just I want this now, and if it doesn't happen now, I'm just not going to do anything about it, because, like, fuck it, like, I am too lazy.
Staying in bed. Everything is, like, bing, bang, boom.
Yeah.
Like, there's fast food. You know, you can get anything ever online.
Yeah, seriously,
when it comes to, like,
answer
media,
to anything.
you know, you can talk to anyone.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, these psychological, spiritual, you know, fixes.
Yeah.
They take time.
They take time, and it's a you thing. You can't go to someone and be like, fix this. It's a you thing.
Yeah.
You have to put in the work, and you have to go through it.
Even with friends.
Yeah.
It's seriously. Like you can't heal. You can't get healed without you putting effort in.
Yeah, you have to put the effort in. Like, your friends can help you along the way. These people can help you along the way. They can give you. They can give you the reason to keep pushing.
Exactly.
But you gotta push, or else
you gotta hit that button.
Yeah.
You know, put that. You gotta just do it.
Yeah.
Because if we're just waiting for people to do things for us, or we're gonna be sitting forever.
Yeah.
Because putting effort in general is how you, like, taking responsibility.
Yeah. That's a huge thing. Taking responsibility.
And, like, remembering that. Taking responsibility for yourself, in my opinion, means knowing that you've got intrinsic value.
Yeah, seriously. Because, like, when you do something wrong, you can, like, look at yourself in a different way. I feel like a lot of people, when they kind of screw up and do something wrong, they're gonna make excuses for themselves. And that is a part of not letting go. Because, like, deep down, you shouldn't have done it. You're holding on to it. It's like, I know I shouldn't have done this. And it's a matter of being like, it's okay that this happened, because people make mistakes. And it happens. And it's like, even if it's like a huge fuck up, it's like, people make mistakes. And you have to, like, be able to accept that so you can actually move on from it. Because if you just keep making excuses, it's like, I did this because of this. I did this because of this. You're going to keep holding on to that, like, knowing that you did something wrong.
Yeah.
And just accepting. And it's like because, like, there's always, like, two sides, like, the person that's doing something wrong, the person that's getting hurt.
Yep.
And both sides have to be, like, you have to be able to forgive the person, you have to be able to forgive yourself. Like, 'cause if you don't forgive yourself, then that's another thing you're holding on to.
And that's one of the most dangerous things to hold on to.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a big person to remember that, you know, it takes a big person to remember that, you know, they can forgive others. Yeah. But it also takes a big person to fess up.
Yeah, like, admit I'm wrong.
Yeah, and be like, that's okay.
Yeah, because, like, you don't want to be wrong.
No,
because, like, you hate, like, if someone, like, you're like, what's 2 + 2, and you say 5, and like, they're like, oh, it's 4, and it's like, asshole. You're so fucking
it's like,
smart.
Okay, you got 5 or 4.
It's just like, wow, you're dick. Like, shut up, Mr. Know-it-all over here.
This guy in his 4. You know, I want to be 5. So I'm gonna be 5. Totally.
But it's like, you don't want to be wrong.
No one wants to be wrong.
Yeah.
And it's just, it doesn't, you know, but it's huge to be able to be wrong. Because,
it's important.
Because it's like, you know, everyone's going to be wrong at some point.
Yeah.
So why not just get good at it?
Yeah, honestly. It's like, you know what? It was 4.
Like years later, like decades go by.
In the massive text, like, yo, dude, like, I am so sorry. Like, I've been holding this in forever, and you know what? I am ready to let it go. I am ready to let these wings fly, baby. It was 4, and I admit it.
It's like, yo, who are you? He's just like, what? But Brian, you don't remember me. Remember, you know, 6th grade, you know, chemistry class.
This has been
ruining
like, my life.
Like, you're sending me these paragraphs. Like, I don't know who you are.
Like, please just go away.
Oh my God, he's like heartbroken. Holding this, and this has affected his life for, like, ever. Like, it's affected his marriage. It's like everything. It's like,
oh my God.
What are you talking about?
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. It's huge.
It is huge.
To be able to be wrong and to be able to, because it's just, you know, it both things affect your entire life.
Yeah.
So if you're not able to be wrong, that's gonna affect your life.
Yeah, seriously.
But if you're able to be wrong, and not, you know, cling on to like I don't know how to say that word. I know it's in my brain.
Ideal. I can't say it.
I can't say it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Like clinging on to like let's say ideas.
Yeah.
You know, the that you represent yourself of.
Yeah.
It's good to separate yourself from like that kind of tribalism.
Yeah.
Because we're not the groups we identify are in. We're not like. We're a lot bigger than that. I think group identity is a really dangerous thing.
Yeah, seriously.
I think it's needed. I think it's needed to like organize groups.
Yeah.
But when you base like a group on like group guilt, or
seriously.
like group whatever, it's like you gotta do that individually.
Yeah, you need to have your self-worth still.
Yeah,
like, no matter what.
Yeah, because that goes back to intrinsic value.
Yeah.
We all have value.
Yeah.
And it's that no one can argue that, in my opinion.
Yeah, like you have morals, you have values.
Yeah, and you have that medicine.
Yeah, you have that medicine.
Yeah. It's just being able to like, I don't know. It's just I could go on forever because it's freaking something personal for me.
No, yeah, I know that's something you dealt with a lot, and it's just about accepting life. Really.
Yeah,
like it's just like accepting that things happen.
Yeah,
and just like go through life, and sometimes you're not gonna accept something right away. Yeah, and that goes back to like you have to work through some acceptances. Some
things take years. Man.
Yeah, it takes like I think like a death of like a parent or something. Like that's huge. Like that takes like a huge mental toll on you, especially if it's like they passed away too young or something like that. Because it's like when like an older person passes away, it's like really awful, but it's easier to accept. Like it's like I feel like your kid that's like 14 passes away. Yeah, it's so much harder to accept that because it's like this isn't what life is. This isn't what it's supposed to be. Yeah, even though it happens,
and you don't. It's hard. You can't see it coming a lot of the time. Yeah, and that's just like adds to insult to injury.
Yeah, seriously.
But sadly, that's how this place we live works.
Yeah, that's just how it goes.
There's just chaos. Yeah. There's just chaos that can hit.
Yeah, at any second.
At any second. But we gotta, and I think that's why it's good to be able to, I think that's why it's good to like take chaos on head on, and accept it. Yeah. Because it's easier to deal with future.
Exactly.
Stuff.
Yeah, because it goes back to like taking the easy route out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like because accepting it as much as you can when it's happening helps you further on, but that's not what you want to do. You don't want to accept it. Like you want to be mad when stuff like that happens.
Yeah, and you want to run away.
Yeah, you want to run away. You don't want to talk about it. Like some people do, I guess, but with me, like something like that happens, like I don't want to talk about it. It's like just leave me alone. It's like essentially it's like I'm gonna push it to the back of my mind. I'm gonna try my best not to think about it, even though I'm thinking about it all the time. But I'm gonna pretend that I'm not. Yeah. And it's like it's not good.
And it always comes up.
Yeah, it
always does. Some point, even if it's someone who's like 90 years old. Yeah. It's taken that much time. Yeah, it always comes back, and I think being able to just talking about like when I don't know, things take longer than others, but we can shorten that time.
Yeah, you can.
Like the thing you and I talked about.
Yeah.
Just the self-forgiveness issue.
Yeah.
Or self-forgiveness thing that I've suffered with, and still am. I feel like everyone on some level.
But it's just the fact like you have gotten better at it. Yeah. And that's the important part to take away.
And I could have totally like stuffed that down.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my god! But then you and a couple other people were a huge catalyst for that.
Yeah, like that's really.
And that goes back to friends being medicine.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be the person I am without you, man.
No, yeah, and you too. It's like honestly,
quite literally.
And it just goes to show how, like we talked about at the beginning, it's like we're building our friendship and our love up, and we're building each other up for other people. Really.
Yeah. It's a domino effect. Yeah. It's like, love and fear both have domino effects. Yeah. My mom told me that there was a thing in her family that was really like, a lot of people in their family did certain, but she wanted to break the chain, and she did. Yeah. I won't say what it is because it is a little touchy, and I want to ask her about it. Uh-huh. But she broke the chain, and even though like she at first did what the others did. Yeah.
So but it's still you're always capable of doing like that. That's scary to do. It's scary to go outside of what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
You don't want to stand out because it's like all these people are doing this. If I do something else, they're gonna be like, "What the hell is this person doing?"
Yeah. You're like waiting for the judgment call.
Even though sometimes what you're doing is just the right thing, and that judgment is just never there.
Yeah,
it's
just
something you build
that's
up in your
calling
head.
you.
Yeah,
but something that's calling you might be a very different thing than what others are doing.
Yeah, and like because something like I guess change it around a little bit is how we like. So I took a gap year and you took time off.
Oh yeah.
That that was like. It's like for me, I guess we haven't talked about it a ton, but like for me, that was a scary decision.
Oh yeah.
Because everyone goes to college right out of high school, and like making that decision to take a gap year, it's scary, and you're just like, I don't know what's happening. Like, and that's because I did like a few papers on taking gap years, and it is like you're going outside of this path that's kind of put in front of you since you were born. It's like you go to kindergarten, middle school, high school, college, get a job, get a family, die.
Dude,
and like that's life. Dude, that's like
that is existence, and you better do it.
Yeah, and it's like it's scary to go out of that.
Yeah,
but
that's like what a lot of people in society has written for you.
Yeah, and it's like you got to get out of it. Because, like, taking a gap year, by far the best decision I've ever made. Like, if I didn't take that gap year, no doubt I'd be in college, right? I might have dropped out by now. But, like, I'd be in college, I'd be business major, and I'd be really unhappy because that's not what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I took the gap year. because it wasn't even about taking the gap year to take time. It was, like, that gave me courage to be able to do what I want to do. Because I was like, wait, like, I don't have to do, like, this stuff. Like, I can do stuff I want to do.
You can do anything.
You can do anything.
Yeah.
You have that power to do whatever you want. And like that's like being at college, it's like sad kind of seeing all these kids are like really confused and don't know what they want to do and they just act like idiots. Yeah, but it's like it's sad because like I feel bad for them.
No, yeah.
And it's like
because they don't know what they want to do.
They don't know what to do. And like they're kind of scared and they're also putting up this guard really because they don't
It is a guard.
It is a guard. And like because like all these guys at college, like there's a stereotype like people at college, like you want to party, you want to do whatever, bunch of Chads and Brads out there.
Yeah, Chads and Brads. The people are actually named Chad and Brad. Cool. No, totally.
But,
college is like you're called to do this thing that like college is something I know it's just not right for me.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, like you have your
and like
experience.
I think more and more people are getting to to the point of like that's okay.
Because
like
there's other paths
even 10 years ago, people would be like even more like
yeah.
But like I mean, the only reason I'd go back would be for like psych.
Yeah.
Psychology. But like I don't know, like you're totally on the dot. Like there's like this. The Chads and Brads.
Yeah.
Like
it's like these people are like
don't know what they're scared, so they act something. They act a way that they act in a way that doesn't represent who they actually are.
Yeah, exactly. And they're just like these people are not ready to
choose
what you want to do.
You can tell.
You can totally tell. And it's like especially these people that are really like secluded in high school and how they grew up and like their parents won't let them do anything. They like track everywhere they are. There's like you have to be home by now and like they get super pissed off at them. Go to college, they go crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like really like it's bad.
It's bad because that's been pushed down.
Because like the thing is like I guess some people might enjoy it, but like partying and stuff like that's like not something like I really enjoy. But it's like you go to college to party and it's like all these people. It's like I need to do this. I need to post this on my Snapchat. I need to post this on my Instagram. I need to show all these people that I am cool. Essentially, it's like I am a part of this.
Yeah, like I'm not alone.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, seriously.
And I have.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Social media. It's all about showing people that you're not alone.
Yeah, you're not alone, and that and that you're happy.
You're happy. You do fun stuff. Yeah, and it's just not true because like I would do that shit. Like I would post something.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't post, dude. I don't post like when I'm depressed. I'm not just like. Hey,
yeah. I'm just like super depressed. Like go take like a really cool picture. Just like go right back to being like super sad. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
But that's what people are doing. Is people aren't posting. Dude, that's an idea I had.
Yeah.
I think it was with Teddy or something like a year ago.
Uh-huh.
So making like a social media thing. That's like you only post when you're like bummed. or when you're like, post like not, it's the opposite of, actually.
That's so awesome.
TM. Yeah. Trademark. Oh, whoops, this guy.
Go crooked.
Oh no.
Just trying to go on the star and just taking away my light.
Oh yeah. How long is that? I hope that wasn't like that too long. Because when I checked the light, it wasn't.
Really? Whatever.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. But dude, it's totally a thing that's just people post, when they're only happy.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're not even happy in the photo. Mm-hmm. But we choose like we get to choose the photo.
Yeah.
So it's your favorite photo of yourself. Yeah. We get to alter it.
Yeah. Yeah. You can do it.
You get to type whatever you want. Uh-huh. That's just not, social media just isn't reality.
It's not.
It's just not reality.
It's so stupid. Like it is so stupid.
And everyone's posting for everyone, showing everyone else that they're happy.
Yeah.
But even though in all reality, no one's happy.
No, yeah, no, and it's like.
And for no one's happy indefinitely.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like getting, like people post, you get all these likes, you're just like, wow, all these people care. Reality, like none of them care. Like, I'm sorry, like, none of them care.
Likes aren't a measure of love.
Yeah, honestly.
But we get that dopamine rush.
Yeah, you get that dopamine. It's
like,
I'm cool.
Yeah. Dude, totally. Yeah. Dude, I get that shit. Like,
no, yeah, it's all right.
Like, I don't post a ton, but like,
when you do,
even with this podcast, like I'll post on Instagram, the Beneath the Surface Instagram. Yeah. And it's just like people, when I get likes or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, all right.
It feels nice.
Yeah, it feels good. You're just like, all right.
Yeah. But the issue is like,
it's like you shouldn't.
But letting that, define who you are. Yeah. And letting that, be actually affect how you think of yourself.
Yeah. Because like, I think it's like social media, like it can be okay, but you have to post what you want to post. It's like, because like something I've been trying to do is like I've been getting more into taking like pictures. Yeah. Like I'm not like a great photographer at all.
No,
like
but
when I take some, it's fun to do, and it's like I want to like show that off, and like that is something I've been trying to do more instead of posting and be like, oh, this looks sick, bro.
Yeah. Just like just fist pounding like in friends, just like a 30-minute video. It's like,
this is all my friends. This is Chad.
Chad,
about to drink some
Wad,
brews.
Cat, Sad, Bad. Like, they're all
about
ads.
to get fucking sloshed.
It's all phony.
It's all phony.
It's all phony, and it's all for protection.
Yeah.
But if we actually realize that, like, we want love. That's what it's.
Dude. Breakthrough. We just made a breakthrough. It is. It's just wanting that love.
It is.
And when you
That's what it really is.
It is, and it's just like you just want that satisfaction of being like, people care about me.
Yeah, but it's like, it's easier to get that superficial, like going to a party. Oh, what's up?
No, yeah.
Like, how's it going? But it's like
guys outside. It's like, I love you, bro.
I love you, bro.
I fucking love you.
And it's like they met the other day. But maybe parties can be. I don't know. I'm trying to like build a devil's advocate. Parties can be fun. They can be a fun time to like mess around with your friends. Yeah. But it's like, overall, it's kind of like a surfacey thing sometimes.
And you got to be doing
sometimes
it.
not, but sometimes.
So like like a good point to make off that is like you want to be doing it because you think you're actually going to have fun. You don't want to be doing it to show people you're having
it's
fun.
The reason.
Yeah, it's the reason.
It's like you ask yourself why you're going to this party. Yeah. If it's because you want to post about it and show all your friends are there. Yeah. It's like, nah. But if you're there because I've been parties with like you,
and like have a great time,
and I'm just like, hell yeah,
and like going out to like,
and I like, sorry that I just say it's funny that like a lot of times we'll like go off on our own, and like just go like into the corner and just like talk,
like we just like for like literally like half an hour at least,
because that's like the best, that beats like that,
because like we like you do go do stuff to like have fun, And you should, like, because, like, when you're 21, like, people go to bars with their friends and they have fun.
Yeah.
It's not like a party environment. That's why I like clubs and stuff. Because, like, I have, like, when I was in Europe, I would, like, go to some, and, like, I'd have fun. But it was just because, like, I was dancing and having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like,
it's like, oh, what's the American, that song? Shout out to anyone who knows what we're talking about. Basically, probably only Kieran, but yeah,
it's us twerking.
Yeah, it's us twerking. It's yeah.
Not us twerking. American Dad.
American I'm blanking on his name. Stan twerking on like a school dance floor or something. That episode's awesome. Dude, I haven't watched American Dad in years.
It's a funny show.
I want to watch it. They have some good, the Harry Potter one, dude.
Yeah.
Lavate las manos!
Dude. Oh my god, it's good stuff.
But dude, back to like,
yeah,
it is really, you know, it's like a combination of the defense mechanism, wanting to be loved, wanting someone there for you, but it's easier to get. You know, it takes work to like get an actual connection. Yeah, you have to put effort
for that. Yeah, because like we've been friends for like 9 years, a long time. Yeah, and like we've been building up over time, and like I don't know, like there are people. I don't know. There's just the point is like I've never gotten close to like what like we have really, and like because it does take time, and like you can make that connection with people quicker. Like you and Teddy. Yeah. You met like
that was like
senior
sophomore year, junior year.
Yeah.
Junior year, I think was like when because we both played tennis.
Yeah.
I think we knew. Yeah.
And now you're super close, and you have all these like awesome talks.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not like it does take time, you know. And,
but
like,
it doesn't have to. With anyone. It's the willingness on both parties.
Yeah, you have to like willingness and like just knowing that the potential is there.
Yeah.
To have
and knowing that it's okay to be. You have kind of that ticket, or that invitation.
Yeah.
How to be vulnerable.
Yeah, seriously.
You know, because that's what I want this podcast to push and. Mm-hmm. I think I've done.
You've done a good job with that, yeah.
You know,
because like even like there's been people like reaching out to that you haven't talked to, because because they want to have someone to be like, I don't know, they just want to have a platform essentially, to kind of talk about what's happening with them and like just talk about cool stuff. Because it's like not like every time we have a talk, we're not talking about all our issues.
No, yeah.
We're talking about life, and it's awesome.
Yeah, like having like we lose our voices. Yeah. Like literally every time me and Connor hang out, or me and Kieran hang out, or me and Kieran and Connor all hang out, it's like like I leave, and my voice is hoarse.
No, seriously, like
same thing happens with Teddy too.
No, yeah.
It's like just like
and it's like having those takeaways. It's like you don't always have to talk about yourself to have something to take away. Because like even so, like I've been talking to my dad a lot more.
Sick.
And learning more about his life. And like I've been able, even though I haven't talked about like stuff going on with me, I can take from him and apply it to myself and be like, oh, like I should do this too. Like I should look at life this way.
Yeah.
You know? So another thing is like how we're talking about like this like path. It's like you're supposed to get married and have kids.
Yeah.
Like you can be happy.
Yeah. You can be happy without college. You can be happy without marriage.
Yeah.
You can be happy with college. You can be happy with marriage.
It's just who you are.
Who we are.
Yeah, because like I'm really happy being in college now because I'm learning about something I really care about.
Yeah.
And it's really cool and really interesting.
Yeah.
And like that's why I'm there. But if I didn't have that, I know I wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
And it's
and
just
you see kids that are there that don't know what they want to do.
Because they're honestly like they're just scared, and that's why they're there. Because it's like
that's so bad.
Their whole life. Because it's like their whole life they've had this path. Yeah. And now they either choose to not have a path and choose their own path, or just keep on this path.
Even though
it harms them. Yeah.
That's such a hard thing to hear.
Yeah.
Because that will extensively ruin their lives.
No, seriously.
They go through all of college.
Yeah.
Get all this debt.
And then you're just not happy.
And then they're not happy. They go into like maybe business or something that they just
shouldn't be doing. Because like you can make money with these things,
but you won't if you won't. Like you can make. Oh, dude, it goes into like making money, but like doing what you're doing is more important. You know, and that's also a cliche, but it's important to talk about.
Because like you're continuing on this path by doing something you're not happy with.
Yeah.
To like pay back all this crap.
Dude, I'm scared, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing this podcast.
No, yeah, but like the thing is, it's like, it's okay to be scared.
Yeah.
It is so okay to be scared. It's okay to have these feelings and anxiety and all these different feelings, because it will be okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna get better over time. You're gonna find things. And it's like in life, I don't think anyone ever knows exactly what they're gonna do, exactly what the future holds.
No one.
Yeah.
You can't.
You can't, because you never know what's gonna happen.
So, yeah, it's like, not going to college. When we talked about the gap years.
Yeah.
Like, when I did my work away, that taught, dude, a lot of stuff that you said really hit on me hard.
Yeah.
Like, just the fact of being on my own and, like, knowing that we can do anything. It kind of it kind of reassures that we really can do anything. Yeah. There isn't this set path.
Yeah.
Even though there's, like, there is, when it comes to overall, there's this pushed set path of, getting married and stuff.
Yeah.
But, I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah. I might be going to Ecuador, like, this winter.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe not.
It's up in the air, and, like, that's okay.
Know, yeah. And that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Is that's okay.
It's okay, yeah.
But what's something that's important to remember is to not waste time.
Yeah, you can't. Because I feel like a lot of people get in this hole.
Yeah. It's easy to just stay home, do nothing. But it's easy in the short run.
Yeah, exactly. Because it goes back to that's what's easy.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what you want to do.
And that will, it's like eating bad food.
Yeah.
Tastes good for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Feel like crap. Staying at home.
Yeah.
You're good for 5 years, kinda maybe. Like you feel comfortable. Then you're depressed.
Yeah.
It's like we want these quick answers.
Yeah, and like it's not how life works.
Yeah.
It's like how people want it to work, and it's how society has like made it seem like it works, but it's like
it's such a lie.
It's such a lie.
We can do anything, I'm not expecting this podcast to lift off. Trust me.
Yeah,
but like this is just something that's fun to me.
Yeah, I feel like you're doing something you enjoy, and that's what matters. And like still even with it, because like I've taken stuff away from your podcast, like the one with Guy when you were talking about social media, because like right before I watched that, like a week before, I like deactivated my Instagram because I was like, I don't want it anymore. Yeah. And then I reactivated it. But then
next morning you're like, give me those likes, baby. Totally. I've done that.
No, yeah. And then but I watched it, and I was like, because you guys did talk about social media, and I was like, I don't care. So I just deleted it, because I never went on it that much. When I did go through it, I was like, oh. I was literally just bored, and I was like, I do not care. I am just bored, and I'm scrolling.
I'll like that. Yeah, totally.
And I still end up downloading it again a week and a half later. But because I was sitting at home, and I was like, I'm so bored, so I just downloaded it again. But still, I took away from it because I really don't go on it that much anymore. If I'm actually bored of it, it's whatever, look at people's stories or whatever. Yeah. But so I did take away from it. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to not only give these people this platform, but also let all these people that are watching learn from your platform, essentially. And that's awesome,
Thanks. That's dude, that means a lot. It's definitely something that is the foundation.
Yeah.
At least in my mind.
Because you have all these cool talks, and it's all people want to talk about cool
stuff. People are thirsty.
Yeah, people want that. They'll listen, and it's you were so right. And they want to talk about it, and they're thinking about it in their head, and it's wow, this is really cool. Oh. And it gets people, it inspires people, essentially,
Dude, that's really cool that it blows my mind when I really wasn't expecting when people I don't know when even you one of my best friends tells me they watched the podcast. Yeah. I'm just totally the lighting sucked, my mic was off or there was a lot of things, or whatever, and it's just it's really a real dopamine rush.
Yeah, seriously, because it's you are putting it out there, and it's with all these episodes you're making, they are gonna get better.
They are.
It's all a learning process.
I'm gonna try to have a different light. God, I want to show the camera. But
at the end of the episode, just turn it around.
No, but it's I'll show, I'll try to get better lighting, guys. It's been a shout out to Jim McClure helping me get this camera. I would have spent probably a lot of money if it wasn't for Jim McClure. On stuff I didn't even need. And so I'm gonna shout Jim out in a million different episodes. He's
the man. But
Jim McClure, the man. Man, it's just finding what you love and going all in.
Go all in for it. Doesn't matter if it's not going to get you money. Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's something other people wouldn't do. Yeah. It's just if it makes you happy, go for it.
If you have a fire in yourself, if you've got a fire in your heart and it just lights you up.
Yeah. Go for it.
Just go for it.
And maybe sometimes you'll go for it and you realize this isn't for me. Yeah. That's okay too.
And now you know.
Now you know. And it's because I feel like a lot of people do stuff like that. They realize it's not for them. Yeah. And they'll be like, wow, I just wasted my time. I'm such an idiot.
No, totally.
But it's not about that. You just learned that you don't want to do this. You grew over that time.
Yeah.
And that's what's important. It's the growing part. Because
huge.
I've been thinking about this. So I just did this camp. And there's all these other camps that I've seen. I've never really been a part of. Appaboosik. Yeah. And the last day of camp, everyone's crying. Everyone's super sad because we're about to say goodbye. We might never see each other again. Yeah. And that's just a sample size. But totally. It's still people don't take away from the good stuff a lot, especially in times like that. Yeah. You're just sad that it's over instead of being happy that it happened. Yeah. And that's
just take a second to step back. Yeah. And be wow, that was an amazing experience.
And it's completely fine to be sad, but it's also you gotta look at the positives too. Yep. So you can take away from it, because I feel a lot of people get sad and then they never take away from it. They just kind of forget about it.
Yep. That's rough when that happens. Yeah. What's up, Will?
What's up, killers?
How's it going?
And we're back.
Blooper reel.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yes, we are back. We are back. We had sorry about that. We had
disturbance.
I did a little bit of my brother came up and we just I'm gonna put a filming sign up. I forgot about that. Yeah. That was really funny. I'm definitely gonna put that in a blooper reel or something. I think it's I think I'm just gonna end her off actually, just because good place to end off. This has been awesome.
It's been very good.
Connor, thank you for joining me, man.
Thank you for having me.
I know you'll. I'm definitely down for round 2 at some point.
Definitely round 2. Always down for round 2.
Hell yeah. Thank you to you, and thank you to the subscribers, and the listeners, whoever's watching. I appreciate it, and thanks for tuning in. So we'll see you guys next time on the Beneath the Surface podcast.
Bye.
See you later.
To be famous.